Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And at this point in the season, everyone's a little banged up. These teams, no exception.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Seattle, we've got Thompson. Harrison out there with Anderson. Then it's Levins. And it's Reynolds in at the 2 guard. This deep into the year, Greg, do you expect guys to start slowing down a little bit?
Well, if you're prepping for the postseason, you could ease back a little minutes-wise, but if you're on the bubble, it is still go time every game.
Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Podziemski. Kuminga sends a screen for Curry. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Here's Levins, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, and I think the perimeter game is what helped them in that one, consistent from out beyond the arc.
Yeah, and what the heck were you supposed to do to stop him? Bucket after bucket from deep. Quite a show.
Harrison passes to Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Curry after the Sonics pick up 2. This one for 3, and Reynolds pulls it down. For Seattle, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Anderson. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Last game for Seattle, they picked up the W against the Heat. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tool setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
Well, there's Butler making the right play, as he so often does.
A nice shot by Anderson.
Well, he's such a natural talent, has all the skill needed to produce at a high level.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Seattle. On the topic of Curry, coach said, it's like playing a game of tag. He continued, we had our wings chase our guards around in practice, and everyone is on notice. We all know how good he can be. The important thing is to not take any plays off. He'll stay sharp, or he'll remind us, that's for sure. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that. Warriors trailed by 3. Pass to Jackson Davis. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off the shot. Shot by Podziemski, no good. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Seattle. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
And it's the Warriors with the ball after the basket by Seattle. Pass to Jackson Davis. He gets it in there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And when you check out the Supersonics, they are the team we expected to be here. Taking the top spot come playoff time, this is the team to beat.
In GA, we know Coach Steve Kerr has been up front. In order to win, the Warriors need to take and make a lot of threes.
Well, it's the superpower of their best player, and the arrival of Jimmy Butler has provided some balance, but threes are still their best bet.
Seattle leading by 5, and it's Thompson with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra. Oh, man!
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Levins. It's not going to go for him. Warriors trail by 5. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Post. It's Curry outside. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession.
Substitution for the Warriors. Number 10, Jimmy Butler.
Here's Curry. And it's hauled in by the Sonics.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. And so it's Seattle heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And before we move on, guys, what do you think about what we've seen so far from the Supersonics?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
Well, if they're going to be that ferocious inside, this defense is in for a long night.
Warriors trail by 7. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. The forward spots will be Butler and Green. Moody is out there with Buddy Hield, and it's Post in at the center, filling out the middle. Back to Galloway. There's the screen, down low, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Pass to Post. Butler up top. Releases. Jermenko with the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Warriors shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Outside, Green. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. Green's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
Seattle calls timeout. And the Supersonics making a change here. Harrison's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. D'Anthony Melton. He's checked in for Buddy Hield. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. And Greg is a former point guard in this league. Give us your top 4 generals of all time, the guys that could direct the floor and could control a game.
Wow, if we're talking traditional point guards, I gotta go Magic, Isaiah, CP3's in that conversation, Jason Kidd. But I've got a separate list for that hybrid point guard, right? Which that includes guys like Steph and Iverson, West, and the great Oscar Robertson.
Clock at 6. Here's Moody. Jump shot is good that time. Moody's got his second bucket. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Pass to Draymond. Bucket is good. And the Sonics lead by 10.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Different look here for the Warriors. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Quentin Post. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Green. Podziemski, he's checked in for Moody. And Stephen Curry is subbed in for DeAnthony Melton. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors, trailing by 10. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Driving in, count it. Jackson Davis has got 6.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Up top, Draymond. Burks in the corner. And here we go. Butler heading to the hoop. Trying to find Jackson Davis and gets it to him.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. There's a good screen. Pass to Draymond. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Curry finds Butler. A minute 42 left in the second quarter.
Well, there's that playmaking ability on display. Butler is such an unselfish teammate.
1:32 left to play here in the second quarter. Anderson outside. Pass to Burks. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple. Burks has got his second basket of the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Outside Butler. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Curry. Second in scoring, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, second best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Into the lane. Pass to Levins. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Anderson outside. Here's the 3. The shot that time, not on target. Warriors trail by 9. Podziemski finds Curry. Now, here's Moody. Defended by Anderson. Now, Podziemski gets the three-pointer to fall. Podziemski's got 6.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And that one's good, Levin.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
It's Curry outside. No good on that one. And Thompson kicks to Harrison. And here's Anderson from the arc. And so it's Seattle holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. Head coach Steve Kerr here with us now. Coach, what do you want to see from this team in the second half?
Well, we got to make some stops and get a little traction in this game. I mean, we fell behind right away, and so let's make a push the first 4 or 5 minutes, get back in the game.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
Hey, if you can get the ball in close, why settle? Invite the defense to stop it.
And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
What a rookie class. Here we are, taking the award down to the wire. I don't know who's going to win it, but it's been fun watching them ball out, Shaq.
Even at this point, I'm not sure there's a unanimous choice. Makes it tough on the voters. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. So it's the Warriors now. 8-point game. They host the 76ers after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. They've got Anderson. Harrison out there with Thompson. Then it's Reynolds. And it's Levins in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. And he banks in the layup. Levins got the first bucket of the third here for Seattle.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Butler on the way. He's covered by Anderson. There's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
And you love that kind of activity from Kuminga as he saves that possession.
That one falls. Levins got 8 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you. The Warriors are trying to maximize what Steph Curry has left. Coach Kerr said, quote, "We're watching what Steph is one of the greatest artists of all time in his twilight. What can we do to give him the best chance to perform, to make the game easier for him?" That's where we are. Back to you.
Looking to stay in the mix. Allie, we thank you very much. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. A shot by Curry, no good.
They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one.
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And with all the talk about load management, coach, and player participation, what about getting rid of players fouling out?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting rid of players fouling out. I do like the idea, and I think Scott Skiles was the one who brought it up, Kevin, of taking like the offensive fouls and just having that be a turnover, like the illegal screen or a charge, and not charge that as a personal foul, where honestly you end up being punished double.
That's good from Stephen Curry. So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Yep, that one goes in there. Levins got 10 points in the game.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. It's good from long range.
He may not take a lot of threes, but we know Butler is more than capable of knocking them down.
To the right side. Here's Levins. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. He's got 12.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Down by 12. To the middle. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul, second.
Yeah, really strong offensive thrust there, but then how about the defense able to negate that attack?
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And he makes the first. Jackson Davis hits them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Driving the lane, and that one's good. Levins.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And here is Butler. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. It's tipped, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Clever move by Curry, taking the foul, but still getting the shot up.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
And the first one drops.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Moody subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Stephen Curry hits them both.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Butler. Butler on the attack.
From anywhere on the floor, Butler's a threat. And the more points he gets inside, the more dangerous he becomes on the perimeter.
Pass to Germanenko. Anderson outside. Thompson, a screen on Curry. Just 5 to shoot. It's stolen by Green. Butler on the move. Anderson with the block. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Well, when it comes to drawing fouls, few do it better than Jimmy Butler.
The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
That one is off.
Well, when you talk about Butler, his toughness is what comes to mind first. This guy plays hard every second he's out there. A throwback type of player.
And the Warriors making a change here. Post is checked in. And he's good on the second. Seattle leading by 7. with the drive, and Levins throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Outside Curry. Pass to Butler. Stolen by Anderson. And here we go. Levins heading to the hoop.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Thompson right side. And Thompson slams it home.
He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Pass to post. From about 19 feet. And that one comes up a bit short.
And they need his offense right now. But his shot is just not falling.
Thompson from long range. Green with the rebound. Warriors trail by 11. Moody the pass to Curry. And here is Green. And stolen by Levins. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Here's Reynolds. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Sonics lead by 13. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Golden State here in the 4th. Up front, it'll be Green in post. Curry is out there with Moody. And it's Butler in at the 3. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Seattle.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
All free throws good for Milton. Warriors trail by 15. Curry with the bounce pass. Outside, Green. Pass to Curry. Butler in the corner. Nails it from deep. Jimmy Butler.
Well, after that tough first half, you hoped he'd find his way to bounce back and get things going here in the second.
Milton finds Burks. Back to Milton. They set the pick. Burks on the wing. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. A 12-point game. And that one is off.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Butler. And the foul on Alec Brooks. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. And here are the Warriors now, down by 12. Green up on top. Launches a three. Butler, no good. Seattle has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. And they pick up 2. And the Sonics lead by 14.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Post finds Curry. Now here's Butler. Here he goes. What a physical drive by Butler.
Wow, he's found his game offensively here in the second half. Really has turned things around.
Outside Milton. Thompson sets the pick for Milton. It's stolen by Curry. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The long shot, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Second team foul. At the line for the Supersonics, Harrison. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Harrison. Some changes for Golden State. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Quentin Post. Kuminga comes in for Green. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Moses Moody. He's perfect from the line this time. Warriors trail by 14. Outside Curry. Now Butler. Now Curry. Shot clock at 3. And he misses the J.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Reynolds. He's defended by Pajemski. There's the pick. It's stolen by Kuminga. Curry fires. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Timeout, Sonics. Anderson, he's checked in for Seattle. Levins comes in for Shake Milton. Levins with it. Curry meets him. 1:35 left in the game. And he banks the layup in.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Here's Kuminga. Butler on the wing. He's covered by Anderson. With the floater. Can't get it. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Now, here's Levins, guarded by Curry.
Golden State foul call. Stephen Curry. first personal foul, third team foul. At the line for two, Levins.
The first free throw is good. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors, down by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Supersonics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief two-game.
Stephen Curry missed on the three. Anderson against Butler. Beyond the arc. Reynolds, good. And the Sonics lead by 20.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. They poured it on a nice dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And for all of us here at the table, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and our terrific sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us tonight as we present our player of the game.